Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and today I'm going to go over the 3 favorite lenses I keep in my camera bag for my Fuji XT3. I have lenses that stay in the bag all the time. Then there's typically 1 or 2 that float around in the camera bag that they'll come and go, you know, like the other day I had that 55 f3.5 micro nickel, or, you know, lenses like that come in and out of the bag, but there's some that just stay in it. And these are my 3 favorite lenses that just live in this bag because they perform so well for me. I always keep them handy. Lens number 1, this should have been a gimme. This is the 55mm f1.8 Pentax Asahi Super Tachomer. This lens, the reason I like this lens is it performs almost as well as my Nikkor 50mm f1.4, but it's probably half the weight and size. It's a tiny little lens and it takes spectacular images with the XT3. You know, it's like an 85mm portrait lens, that's what it boils down to. But it performs exceptionally well, and it does have an f1.8 aperture, so it does have some low light capabilities. But I really like this little lens. Second lens I keep in the bag all the time now is this Pentax. This is a SMC Pentax M series push-pull zoom. It's a 75 to 150mm. This lens recently replaced my 70 to 150mm Nikkor lens, which is a Series E lens. This one is significantly nicer. It is a different mount. It's not M42. This one actually has the Minolta bayonet on it, so I had to get a different adapter to get it on the camera, but it works. But this lens, everything about this lens is phenomenal. Fortunately, one of my viewers turned me on to this lens, sent me an email, told me to look for one, and if I could pick one up for reasonable money to grab it. And I want to say this lens was about $40 or $50. Takes exceptional images. So that's my telephoto lens I keep in the bag, and it just rides in this little belt pouch, and I store it in the bag like that. That way I always have the belt pouch with me. And the third lens that always lives in the bag is the 18 to 55 kit lens. This is the variable apertures, f2.8 to f4. This lens works so well that I really don't understand why people would buy the constant aperture f2.8 version of this lens. This is the lens I used almost exclusively on my trip to Israel. I've used it so many times like that it's totally worth the money. For a general purpose walk around lens, and it's wide angle, you know, what equivalent field of view is about 27mm. That's a nice wide angle lens. This lens just works so well. The focus on it's quick. It has a really nice smooth aperture. Everything about it's just great. So I keep this one in the bag all the time. The other day I defaulted to this lens. But there you have it. The 3 lenses that live in my camera bag all the time for my Fuji XT3 kit. I have a bag that's pretty much dedicated to my XT3, and it's kind of one of my favorite cameras. I've really come to enjoy using the XT3. I'm gonna see if I can't sort this problem out with the ISO knob and the mode dial giving me trouble. I've got some lubricant I'm gonna try that is synthetic. I'm gonna try to get that in between them 2 knobs and see if I can lubricate that detent ball in there and see if I can get it to stop doing that. Put just a drop in there and wet that to where I can see if I can sort that problem out. So what's your 3 favorite lenses that you would keep with you in your camera bag all the time for your favorite camera that you like to shoot with? Or do you not carry that many lenses? I mean, you know, that's basically my portrait lens. This is my long telephoto. And then I've got my general purpose lens, which is the kit lens. And you know, they all have their own jobs, and there's not much overlap between them, which, like the zoom lens and the kit lens would cover everything. The 55mm is basically, the only reason I have it is, well, 1 is its rendition, but 2 is because of the f1.8 aperture. It gives me a lot of low light performance that I don't get. I get over a stop of light out of this that I don't get with the kit lens. You know, they all have their purpose. So let me know in the comments, what do y'all do? Do y'all have specific lenses you like to keep in the bag? Do you have one lens you run, 2, 3, what? So until next time, hit that subscribe button down there and give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And until I see you next time, get your camera out and go take a picture with it. All right, we'll see you.